Alright, yeah, what's up? Y'all already know who it is. Target individual CJBK. So, alright. Now, a lot has been transpiring as far as electronic harassment. Not really too much of like the not too much of the gang stalk and stuff. Like the only thing I've really been experiencing as far as like the in-person gang stalking is like the people when you're like walking down the street and then people they don't, it's not, you know what it feels like when someone's just glancing at you. But it's another thing when it comes to gang stalking. It's almost like they turn their whole head. They turn their whole head and look you dead in your face. It's like they turn their head and look you dead in your face. And it's usually for like a whole, like at least 1 full second. They turn, look, and then they keep moving. Almost as if like, and then sometimes what they do is they'll double back. They'll double take. Or they'll look at their phone, look at you, then look at their phone. And then they might smirk or something like that, whatever. But I don't pay too much attention to that part. Because that part, I live in New York City. So there's so many people out here. You don't really know what could be going through everybody's mind every time a person looks at you. There's too many people for that. So I don't really pay it too much of attention what they do with the with that type of like, stuff. Now, as far as the electronic harassment stuff, now, I believe I'm narrowing it down more, like more and more tighter. What's up? Then, you see, I said, what up? Yeah, well, I don't know. Sometimes you can't really take anything like that person because you don't know what could be going through that person's mind at the time. Let me see. Yeah, you don't be knowing what could be going through a person's mind at the time, so you can't take too many things personal, right? Now, let me see. I've been more and more drawn to doing research on aerosolized nanobots and nanotechnology, right? And remember, not too long ago, scientists said that they were going to spray, like they openly said on like national news that they were going to spray nanometals or conductive materials into the air because they said they were going to spray this stuff into the air because they wanted to basically scatter the heat, or actually rather reduce the heat that's actually coming down on Earth, right? Now, to be completely honest, you don't need to spray anything in the air to protect the Earth from the sun. That's what the ozone is for. You don't need to spray things in the air to protect the Earth from the sun. The Earth has been dealing with the sun for as long as it's been existing. You don't need to spray anything in the air to protect the Earth from the sun. With that being said, that means they're spraying something in the air for a whole nother purpose. Now, I'm already accepting in the fact that, yes, I'm in New York City, which is probably one of the most augmented and secretly advanced cities in the world. Then, along with the storyline that so many people basically feed into when it comes to like why they believe people becoming augmented is going to be like the future of humanity and stuff like that. But here's the part that doesn't seem to be being recognized at all, is that there are long-term side effects and possible even short-term side effects, but I guess it really depends on your your body, your organic matter, things of that sort, and how your body reacts to this nanotechnology. Remember, it's nano, so you're not really going to be able to see it with the naked eye. So what I'm telling you is, I have at some points have been able to notice this like thick like fog or something. It's like it looks like a fog, but it's not a fog. There's certain times or certain situations where, like, with the right type of lighting, if you look, let's say like you see this yellow sign right here. Let's say, for whatever reason, if I look long enough, right? If I just stare long enough, you know how you can see water vapor in the air, right? And you see the little tiny particles of water vapor just flowing in the air and things like that. I realize that even like you can see right now, it's clear. There's no water on the ground really, so there's not much stuff being evaporated. So when I think about it, all of the chemtrail spraying that they've been doing in the sky, it floats down, right? It floats down, but it basically creates like a thin smog of nanotechnology that's basically like, well, it's everywhere. It's like if I look long enough and allow my eyes to adjust as if I'm trying to see, something that's very, very small, and under the right lighting, you could actually see the little fluttering of like many different like particles and stuff in the air, but other than that, let me see what else. And I'll admit, like, I picked up, like, it's not like an everyday habit, but I don't know, for whatever reason, whenever this GameStop and stuff get just a little stressful or whatever, I have a habit of where I would probably smoke a cigarette. That's not illegal. It's unhealthy, but it's not illegal, right? So what would happen is, and I have the video now, and I'll attach it at the end of this video. What would happen is, they don't want me smoking for whatever reason. They don't want me to smoke. I don't believe their real intention is to actually kill me like the normal way of people being killed. They want to kill me in like a medical sense type of way, so that, like, let's say it would have to be from like a stroke, a heart attack, or blood clotting, or maybe there was a brain aneurysm or something like that. They want to make it look clean, and I'm assuming they have to do it that way because that's one of the ways that they'll basically get the money that they maybe signed a contract for or something like that. And I'm also noting this too. Let me see. Whenever I light the cigarette, right, and I try to take a pull from it, when I try to take a pull from it, it would feel like the cigarette is burning 10 times faster. And then anybody who smokes cigarettes or smoke anything in general, right? Look at the cigarette, right? Look at it. And then when you go to light your cigarette or you go to light something, right? Look at the video and notice the difference between how your cigarette burns and then look at how mine burns. They actually concentrate or they find like the frequency of the cigarette itself. And then they basically force, like, I guess it's like the particles to go through the cigarette. Because like a lot of times what I'll realize is when I'm holding it, the moment I know that they start messing with the cigarette, the tip of the cigarette actually picks up some type of magnetic pull to it. Like almost as if like if someone had tied like a string. If someone tied a string and they wrapped it around the tip of the lit part of the cigarette literally feels like it's being like pulled up towards the sky, right? Now that's just one thing, but anytime I ever like inhale, right, it tastes like it's been burning for like 20 minutes. And then the crazy thing is, it doesn't burn backwards. It burns in the same place. So it's like, and then I figured what I'm gonna do is I kept the filter. I kept the filter of one of my cigarettes because I feel like I want to actually see if I can get it tested. I want to actually see if I can find a microscope myself. I don't know how expensive a good microscope would be to, be able to like look at nano stuff, but I want to be able to do actual testing stuff myself. Because, a lot of times you can't really trust a lot of, people to be honest, because, this is a huge networking system. And, like I tell people before, don't have hatred in your heart for anyone that's taking part in this, because to some degree, most of these people are only doing it because they feel their lives are at stake, their lives are at risk, and they figure, go along just to get along. That's what they kind of think. Why does this guy keep looking at me like this? I don't know. He's been standing there for a long time. Anyway, so yeah, and then like the cigarette will be vibrating in my fingers. It's vibrating. And then there are times when I could wave my hand over the cigarette and I can feel the stream. It's like an energy stream attached to the tip of the cigarette. And I could wave my hand over and I could feel my hand passing through something. Right? So that's one thing. Yeah, if you see like if you've seen the video, my last video that I posted about taking the radiation salt and soda bath, that thing is so clutch. That thing is like, it's remarkably clutch. Like if you ever feel exhausted or you feel like maybe the radiation is just drawing so much out of you, get you a pound of sea salt and a pound of baking soda. It gotta be baking soda, not Epsom salt. Like it gotta be baking soda, and it can't be Epsom salt. It has to be sea salt. It has to be sea salt. I forgot what was the exact reason, but on the website it says something chemically about sea salt that's much more effective than Epsom salt. Make sure when you get in, make sure it's all dissolved, make sure it's fully dissolved. And when you get in, he's still looking at me too. When you get in, make sure you scrub your body as you're in the tub, and you gotta do it for at least 40 minutes. It has to be at least 40 minutes. And I would also listen to the anti AI nanobot video too. That's a 20-minute. It's basically like a 20-minute video. So if you play it twice, then boom, you got your 40 minutes. That, I kid you not, I felt like over the last few weeks that I haven't been doing it, I've been feeling like my life force has been deteriorating dramatically, more and more and more. Then all of a sudden I took that bath last night, and I kid you not, I felt like a sprawling young kid again. Like my body, my energy, everything just came back. My muscles felt so much better. My grip felt stronger. I'm not saying it reduced my V2K. I'm not saying it reduced them from attacking my body. All I'm saying is it may have reversing benefits. It may have reversing benefits of the radiation that they're pumping into our body. What else? I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. Let me see. Yeah. Also, something else. I've been watching this show. Well, I watched this show on Netflix called what's it called? Ancient Civilization. And I've been noticing something. Right, there's a trend about many past civilizations that were, advanced for their time. And then after some catastrophic event happened, they all began building structures that looked toward the sky. Why? Because they said the sky could actually help them know when something is about to happen on Earth. So I've been becoming more and more conscious of that idea of, trying to learn the sky and, astronomy and stuff like that. Now, I mean, I get it. In the Bible, it says that, the fallen angels are the ones who taught mankind about, astrology and things of that sort. But I'm like, at the end of the day, if mankind was basically destroyed because of our, I guess, lack of, heeding to God's, warnings about not trying to do, become like God's here on earth, or try to see if we can seek ultimate powers and things of that sort. We wouldn't have a problem. We wouldn't be dealing with, these catastrophic events. But because, for whatever reason, because the fallen angels, if you want to believe it, if you believe in it's also not just in Christian biblical, I forgot the word for it, but not just in the history of Christianity or whatever. What the hell is going on? Anyway, but it's not just only in the history of Christianity, and it talks about fallen angels. Other cultures have mentionings of beings that came down from out of nowhere, and then they taught them all these different things and taught them how to build things and how to make, basically technology and stuff like that, and how to advance themselves. And then shortly after, not too much longer after these civilizations have stabilized themselves in this advanced technology and stuff, something happens, and next thing you know, a great portion of that population is wiped the fuck out, leaving only a few survivors. And to be honest, when I think about those few survivors, I be thinking about how, in the Bible, when it talks about how it talks about when that day of God's wrath comes down on earth, and these catastrophic events happen, those few people that survived were the ones who actually were more in tune with the universe. They were the ones who actually, obeyed God in a sense. They were the ones who were favored by God. They were the ones who were supposed to live to tell the story, to warn everyone this is what happened, because everyone did not want to pay attention to what God has been telling us for centuries. So now here we are in 2022, about to see the same thing happening again. And I don't know how many of you are paying attention to the ice caps and everything like that, but they got their battery still on. They got 100% on their battery, but anyway, but yeah. So now it just got me more and more curious. So now they've been attacking and now he's over here. They've been attacking my memory, on the right side of my head, right where my memory processing cortex is at. They've been doing a lot of work on that area. They've been right now, there's been this very persistent and permanent pressure and feeling like something is being pulled away from my head and everything like that. So they've been, I don't know how much damage is being done, but I've been, trying to use my frequency generator app to like try to play like healing frequencies or whatever, see if I can reverse whatever that they're doing. Then at times, all right, later. Then there's been times where I've been getting these, like, I could just literally be walking down the street just like this, and all of a sudden I get vertigo. I've never had no problems like this until all this gang stalking shit started. And you know what? I'm going to basically, where did I put my bike at? Huh? One more? Nah, I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I put my bike at. Yeah. But anyway, let me get out of here, and I'll talk to y'all later. Remember, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.